This is actually my second one. The first brand I launched is called Active Faith. Launched that back in 2011. My two business partners in that was Steph Curry and Anthony Tolliver.
How'd you get those guys?
Man, so I'm a former basketball player, man.
Where'd you play?
Excuse me?
Where'd you play?
Man, I played at the University of Houston and finished up with the Sacramento Kings. I tore my knee up 33 days after signing my first NBA contract. So, something that was a dream for me since I was 5 years old. Chased that dream. Like I said, played my college basketball at the University of Houston and had that opportunity to play in the NBA. And that was a devastating moment for me, but it ended up being pivotal in what led me to doing what I'm doing today. Jay-Z has this lyric where he says, if you would have told him that Hov would sell clothing, not in his lifetime, wasn't in my right mind. That lyric, if there's anything that describes, my experience and my testimony, that would be it, because there's no way that I thought I'd be sitting here talking to you guys about a clothing brand. I was one of those guys where it was NBA or bust. I didn't have a plan B. I thought I was going to play in the league for 10, 12 years, take care of my family, hopefully take care of a few people in my neighborhood, and that would be my legacy, you know what I mean? But God had a different plan for me. So the first brand, man, from that injury, man, I was in practice. A guy fell into my knee, tore the articular cartilage in my left knee. I had 2 microfracture surgeries and my career was over with just like that. So I'm back home in Houston, where I'm from. Shout out H-Town, by the way.
Number 1 in the country?
Man.
Number 2?
Yeah, we number 3 right now.
Okay.
We lost, last game, number 3. But I'm back home in Houston. I'm a grown man. I'm broke, living at home with my mother, and it was embarrassing for me to leave the house, because every time I'm somewhere, somebody's like, "Yo, that's Lanny Smith, the basketball player. Ain't you supposed to be in the league? Thought you was in the NBA." And I'm at home broke, not knowing what I'm gonna do next for my life. So I was praying, man. I asked God to give me some guidance, and I literally said this prayer. I said, if you're gonna take this game away from me, I'm begging you to show me what you want me to do with my life. And it was probably a week after that I had this idea to create a sports apparel brand that was faith-based. That's how the first brand came to be, Active Faith. Growing up as an athlete, I was privy to all the best of the best when it comes to sports apparel. And when I thought about my passions in life, my faith was always important to me. Sports was always important to me. So I was like, maybe this would be a cool way to put those passions together to create this sports apparel brand that was faith-based, had these faith-based messages. So that's how the first one started, man. And just through those relationships, the basketball world is very small, man. So, Steph, I've been friends with Steph for, 12, 13 years now. Obviously, he's a man of faith. So when I was talking to him about this brand that I was getting ready to start that was going to be faith-based, he wanted to be a part of it. So, that's how that first one got started.
And then what were the issues with the first one? Why that didn't work out?
Oh, it worked. It's still working. I still have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still got that one. Active Faith has done over 20 million in revenue. We've got customers in 75 different countries, all e-com. It's the first of its kind, a faith-based brand.
You push that? Because I've seen this pushed a lot. Is that being pushed in a different channel?
Yeah, it's got its own Instagram. It's got its own website. It's completely separate. I don't have kids yet, but I would imagine it's like, you having a newborn. It's got to take all of your attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Active Faith has been going since 2011. I've got a partner that's still making sure, running all the day-to-day with that. But when I had the vision for Actively Black, and once this thing got started, man, it was a snowball. So I've had to give it, my full attention to make sure that we grow this thing the right way.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.